He had already written the note. 3 lines. No drama, no blame. Just, I'm sorry I wasn't strong enough. Daniel stood on the edge of the bridge long after midnight, the city lights trembling beneath him like broken stars. The river below moved quietly, indifferent. Cars passed in the distance. No one noticed the man standing too still. He wasn't angry. He wasn't crying. He was empty. And emptiness is quieter than despair. For months his life had been collapsing in slow motion. The business he built for 10 years had failed. The woman he loved had left, saying she needed someone whole. His father had died the previous winter, and Daniel still hadn't figured out how to breathe without feeling the absence. He had tried. He tried therapy. He tried prayer. He tried pretending. But some nights, pretending requires more strength than surviving. He closed his eyes and stepped forward slightly. Don't! The voice was calm, not loud, not panicked. Daniel turned sharply. A man stood a few feet away. Simple coat, ordinary face, hands in his pockets like he had nowhere urgent to be. Excuse me? Daniel snapped. The man took a few slow steps closer, but not too close. Don't give up 5 minutes before something changes, he said. Daniel laughed bitterly. You don't know anything about me. You're right, the man replied. But I know this moment. Daniel looked at him with irritation. You've been here too? Yes. Silence stretched between them. Then you know it doesn't get better, Daniel said. The man tilted his head slightly. No, I know it gets different. Daniel swallowed. Different isn't better. Different is survival, the man answered. The wind moved around them, cold and sharp. Daniel felt anger rise. Why do you care? You don't even know my name. The man's eyes softened. Because someone once stood here for me, he said, and didn't leave. Daniel hesitated. What did they say? He asked quietly. The man looked at the river, then back at him. They said your pain is loud right now, but it is not permanent. Daniel's breathing shifted. You don't know that, he whispered. No, the man admitted. But I know that decisions made in permanent silence should not be made in temporary pain. That sentence hit harder than anything else. Temporary pain. Daniel had never thought of it that way. His suffering felt eternal because it was all he could see. But what if it was only a season? Loud, yes, but not forever. Tears blurred his vision unexpectedly. I'm tired, Daniel said. I know, the man replied. They stood there, 2 silhouettes against the city lights. You don't have to solve your whole life tonight, the stranger continued. Just survive this hour. Daniel stepped back from the edge. The movement was small, but it changed everything. They sat on a bench nearby. Daniel spoke, not perfectly, not clearly, but honestly. The stranger didn't interrupt, didn't fix, didn't preach. He listened. When Daniel finally looked up again, the bench felt lighter. Thank you, he said. The stranger smiled faintly. 5 minutes, he replied. That's all it took. Daniel blinked. The man was gone. No dramatic disappearance, no miracle, just gone. But the note in Daniel's pocket felt different now. He pulled it out slowly, read the 3 lines, and tore it in half. Then into quarters. Then into pieces small enough that the wind could carry them. Years later, Daniel would stand on that same bridge, not to jump, but to wait. Sometimes people stood too still there, and he would walk up gently and say, Don't give up 5 minutes before something changes. Because sometimes salvation doesn't look like angels. Sometimes it looks like a stranger who refuses to leave. If this story moved you, pause for a moment. If you are hurting, stay 5 more minutes. If someone you love is struggling, sit beside them. If you needed this reminder, share it. Subscribe to True Soul Stories for more powerful stories about hope, faith, and the strength to survive the night. And if this touched your heart, write I'm still here in the comments. Because sometimes the bravest thing you can do is stay.